All right. So today I'm going to talk about video games and how they really affect you, how I got over video games, how I stopped playing video games. And if you want to quit video games, I'm going to teach you how I did it myself. So just a little bit of backstory first off. I used to come from school every day. Like this was during elementary school. I would come home, I would walk to my room, I would turn my PlayStation on. And before I did anything else, before I even changed my clothes, before I even took my shoes off, I would start playing video games. And I would play video games for pretty much the rest of the day. Until I got food, like until it was dinner time. I would get off, eat dinner, and then I would go back to the video game and I would keep playing video games. And that's pretty much how it was for a long time. I would go brush my teeth and shower, and then I would come back and I would keep playing video games until probably 3 in the morning. And I had really serious gaming addiction. I mean, I spent a lot of money on video games too. I spent probably, definitely, definitely thousands of dollars. Well, maybe not thousands, but 100% over 1,000. Maybe not thousands, because, I mean, I'm not sure how much, but it's definitely over 1,000. Um, with starting with the PS3 and a bunch of games on the PS3, and then buying a PS4. This controller cost half the price of the PS4, one of these fancy little gaming controllers, and a shit ton of games, and then a bunch of microtransactions. So it was definitely over $1,000 worth of gaming stuff and video games. So I had a serious addiction. But I haven't played video games for quite a while, for months, and I don't really get the urge to. I mean, I don't really think about playing video games. I mean, there's video games that I know that are coming out, and that's what gets a lot of people. They're like, "Oh man, a new video game is coming out. I should get it, and I should just play. This will be the last video game I play. I just want to play this last one before I completely get off." Because that's how I was. I remember I finished Bloodborne, and I thought that was going to be the last one. And then I played Rain World, and I thought that was going to be the last one. And then Elden Ring came out, and I thought that was going to be the last one. It was just kind of like procrastination almost. But anyways, you know that I had an addiction, similarly to you. I mean, I'm even wearing a gaming headset to record this because I don't really have recording equipment at the moment. I mean, this is literally on my phone. But, anyways, the why I quit video games was I just pretty much filled my life with other habits and other things that I'm busy with. So, if there's one thing, if there's one time during your day that you don't play video games, is when you're either busy with family, working, or at school because you can't play video games. And so I just added other things to my life. One of the big ones and one of the better ones is the gym. I just started working out. I got a good workout routine set up, and I work out regularly, pretty much every single week, 5 days a week, and it really got me off of it. I mean, I just get back home from school, get ready for the gym, go to the gym, and by the time I come home and I have to do other things like shower, eat dinner, brush my teeth, change, and I don't really have time to play video games. I mean, if I really wanted to, I could, but then it would leak into my sleep schedule. And there you go. That's another thing you want to fix. You want to set a sleep schedule. A lot of people have a fucked up sleep. And honestly, the way I just saw it, you don't even have to write it down. You don't have to get any fancy apps or alarms or anything. Just do this. When you come back home from school or work or anything, and you've done whatever it is you do, pay attention to the time and just look at the time it is. For me, 8 around 8:30ish was the time that I started getting ready for bed. And you don't want to think about the time that you're going to go to bed. You want to think about the time that you're going to start getting ready for bed. Because if you say, "Oh, I'm going to go to sleep. I'm going to go to sleep at 10:30." 10:30 is the time that you're going to have in your head, and that's the time that you're going to be paying attention to. So when the clock hits 10:30 and you're not already in bed, you're going to be getting ready for bed, and that takes an hour pretty much. An hour or more. So you're like, "Oh shit, it's 10:30." Or "Oh shit, it's 10." I'm going to go eat, then I'm going to go shower, then I'm going to go brush my teeth, then I'm going to do I like to do some things before I go to bed. I put some shit on my lips and I clean my face and shit. So I do other things as well before I go to bed. So it takes me around an hour, sometimes more, to get ready for bed. And not only that, but it takes around 30 minutes, sometimes longer, to actually fall asleep, and then another while longer to actually go into proper deep sleep. So you want to get your sleep schedule set up. That way, you're not leaking your video game into your sleep. Next, once you have your sleep schedule set up and you're not allowing yourself to play video games past the time that you have to start getting ready for bed, then you want to have something to do in between the time that you have to start getting ready and when you have free time. Because you play video games when you have free time. That's what I do. If you live alone, you should probably clean your house or just fix around your place, right? You want to have hobbies as well. For me, the best hobby that worked for me was this. This is what worked for me. This is what I do. This is my hobby. This is pretty much what I do in the meantime when I come back from school. This is I get home, I work out, and then I play this until it's time to get ready for bed. Whatever works for you. It could be an instrument, it could be another hobby, it could be cars, it could be whatever. Just something to keep you busy before you go to bed. Because if you aren't busy, you're probably gonna get back on the game. You're gonna be like, "Oh, it doesn't really matter that much. I'm just gonna play some video games." But I highly recommend going to the gym, and that should usually be enough to keep you off the game. And you want to change your mindset because one of the things is seeing yourself as a gamer. It's like extremely addictive. You start to see yourself as like a gamer and almost as part of your identity, and you want to remove that from your identity. When you see yourself as a gamer, it's like who you are, and you don't really want to change that. You're like, you may even like when somebody asks you for your hobbies, you might even say gaming. So you want to remove gaming or gamer as a part of your identity. And you want to do that through auto suggestion. And what auto suggestion is, and I got that from the book Think and Grow Rich. The principle of auto suggestion is pretty much you repeat a certain phrase or idea to yourself in your head or verbally, and through repeating it, your brain associates that with you, and you automatically start to become like that. And that's what I did. One of those things, like one thing that I went through auto suggestion was confidence and kind of seeing myself as that guy. I just grew confident in myself and my own persona through auto suggestion. I would tell myself, like it sounds cringe as fuck, but I told myself, "Oh yeah, I'm that guy," you know. I I told myself, yeah, I'm confident. Almost like the alpha male. I know it sounds fucking cringy as shit, but you know, that is kind of how it is. You want to see yourself somewhat like that. And through auto suggestion, you're able to break bad habits and make good habits. My hair looks like shit right now, but anyways, as I was saying, through auto suggestion, remove gamer as a part of your identity. Another thing is the effects that gaming actually has on your head. In real life, you kind of you probably don't like yourself that much. Like, let's be real here, you probably don't have very high expectations of yourself. You're probably one of those people that hates themselves. You're not confident, you don't like you don't really like yourself at all. And you might even use gaming as an outlet from reality, which is what I did. I grew tired of who I was in real life, that I played video games to kind of make up for that. And that's what video games can do a lot of the time. A lot of people use them as a way to escape from reality, pretty much. Take, for example, Elden Ring, because it's a popular game and it's a good example. You start off with your character, which you make, and you either made him look goofy as shit just for fun, or you gave him a really cool, almost like a physique that you would want to have, and then you choose your starting class, like confessor or vagabond or astrologer, whatever, right? And as you go throughout the game, you're like this badass that's killing monsters and like soldiers of Godric and shit, and killing bosses, and you're wielding a sword and a shield or casting spells, or you're badass pretty much. And it's like the opposite of what you are in real life. And it's like when you see yourself the way you do, and you play as a character like that, and you almost start seeing, like, you almost see yourself, or you almost put yourself in the world of that character when you're playing video games. Because that's what I did personally. I would kind of like immerse myself in the world of my video game and just focus on that. And I would forget about like me as who I am. And it kind of just like spikes your brain with dopamine, and it makes you feel good and happy, especially because of the sense of accomplishment. After you beat a boss, or you level up, or you increase your stats, or you get a new weapon, or whatever, it gives you the sense of accomplishment that you never even get in real life because your life is so quiet. And it shoots you with dopamine, and you get addicted to video games because of that. That's why you're addicted to video games, because they're satisfying, they're fun, and they give you something that you don't have in real life. The reason you're so addicted to video games is because of the way they make you feel. Is the level of dopamine that video games make you feel is higher than the amount of dopamine that you have while you're not playing video games. And that principle applies to a lot of shit. It even applies to porn. Like, if you jerk off a lot, and you should not. Like, porn is horrible. Jerking off is horrible. Don't do it, obviously. But the reason you do it is because the way that doing it makes you feel is here, and the way you feel when you're not doing it is here. So the way you want to stop doing these bad things, the way you want to quit video games, is by getting your base level when you're not doing those things up here. And at that point, you won't even think about it. You won't even want to do it. And the way you can do that is by getting yourself a sense of accomplishment in other areas of your life, whether it be school, whether it be with a hobby like an instrument or cars or whatever you want. You could do you could paint shit, you could draw. You could you could go outside and fucking take pictures of birds and put it in a book and make a collection of as many birds as you can find. There you have a new sense of accomplishment. Oh great, I just found a new fucking bird. I'm complete I almost completed this page. Just like that. And it's difficult because for a while video games are still going to make you feel better than you do doing those other things. But when you have less time to play video games, and when video games don't make you feel as good as they used to, and when video games don't make you feel as good as you do when you're not playing them, that's when you can quit. That's why I don't play video games anymore. Because if I play a video game right now, I'm not really gonna get fun out of it. I'm not really gonna enjoy it, and it's not gonna make me feel any better than if I was just living outside of the video game world. I need to look at the camera more. I'm not really doing that. I'm having a little bit of trouble breathing right now. I don't know why the air is so thick in here. That's my take on it. That's how I quit video games, and that's how you should quit video games too. One last thing, by the way, about your sleep. If you ever give yourself the excuse that the reason you're playing video games so late is because you're not sleepy, that's bullshit. The reason you're playing video games so late is because the fucking blue lights in your fucking screen and all of the moving pictures and colorful lights and whatever the fuck is making you not sleepy, and that's why you're not sleepy. So just turn it off and go to sleep. Have a time, like, set a time for yourself that you should not be awake, or you shouldn't be in bed, or you should not be in bed any later than that point. For me, it's 11:30ish. I should be in bed at no later than 11:30. But usually it's around 10ish. I have quite a lot of stuff to do, so I usually start getting ready for bed around 8ish. 8ish, 8:30ish, sometimes later. Anyways, I remember my dad, he used to tell me this shit. He used to say, stop playing those video games. They're only making you dumber. They're not improving you in any way. You're just wasting your time. And I would tell him, oh, I just play video games to relax. I just play video games to unwind. I just play video games because of whatever. He would tell me like the reasons video games are bad, and I would give him excuses. I would be like, no, actually, actually, video games they're good for you because they help they help your hand eye coordination. And I was just giving these stupid fucking bullshit excuses. Like I was trying to justify myself wasting time doing something that's not gonna get me anywhere. And like if you think that you're gonna be a fucking professional esports player and become rich as shit doing that, do it. But don't think those fucking esports player. Don't think that they actually don't think they play the games that they actually want to play. Don't think that they have so much fun, dude. They literally dedicate their entire lives to playing video games, and they train every single day, like all the time, on the video games that they have to play. I mean, it's not. It doesn't sound as fun as you think it would be. It really doesn't. Like, it does not at all. That's what I have to say. That's how I quit video games. If you have questions about it, you can ask in the comments. I might address them in a future video. this is obviously the first video on the channel, and I'm gonna post more videos in the future. And I will most likely post another video about the same topic and make a better video, like an improved video about this same topic. Video games are no good, man. If I'm gonna be real with you, they're addictive. It's almost drug-like, and it just takes away from your real life because of the fact that you're getting like this false sense of accomplishment playing video games because you lack it in real life. So fill that in with your real life. Start going to the gym, set up a good sleep schedule, pick up a hobby. It could be anything. It could be an instrument. Like I say, it could be anything. And you'll see that you'll quit. And just make sure you remove gamer as a part of your identity through auto suggestion. Literally sit, like it could be throughout any time of the day. Whenever you think about playing video games, tell yourself, I'm not a gamer. I'm not gonna play video games because I'm not a gamer. That's not, I don't play video games. Don't say, oh no, I'm trying to quit. I'm trying to quit video games. Don't say I simply don't play video games because I'm not a gamer. Just that's all you have to say. And throughout a suggestion, it'll happen. Well, that's pretty much it. I was thinking like I should say something at the end of the video, but I still don't know really what to say because it's like the first video, and I'm not sure what I should say. Let me think. Remember to stay consistent with your work. Stay consistent. Bye bye.